Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth. This right here is going to be the truth. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Now, let's get right into this. I want to try to wrap this up in like 5 or 6 minutes. 5 or 6 minutes. This video is entitled 13 Hindrances to the Positive Rise of You as Melanated People, aka us called black. Now, if you notice, my skin is slightly different than my coat and my hat and my glasses. Everything is black except for my skin. But we got to figure out something else possibly to call ourselves. You know what I mean? But on this video, we talking about 13 hindrances. 13 hindrances to us rising up and being competitive and having our piece of this pie, so to speak. There's a whole lot more than 13, but for the sake of time, I limited it to 13. Number 1, deception through media. Notice how this is number 1. Deception through media, the movies, the music. You got movies like Superfly. Make guys want to sell drugs. Boys in the Hood. Make guys want to put other dudes in check. Gangs, so to speak. And these movies, let's be honest, we have been taught that these are iconic movies, and I don't hate these movies per se. I just hate the life that it entails. You know, so deception through media, the movies, the music, the rich not mentioning God and positive behavior enough. Every time they get in front of a camera, they talking about themselves. They can't talk about the black community. This is what Dr. Umar was talking about. These guys don't be, come on, man. That's why if I get an autograph, it's going to be the Most High. That's the only person who I will want your autograph. Why would I want the autograph of a person who just does one thing well? You know, if I had to say one autograph, if I could go to heaven right now, that's the only autograph I would want. Number 2, wrong things pursued. Again, food stamps are temporary. They're temporary. It's not something that you should be limited how much you make at work to keep getting. It's not something that you should, if you striving to be an entrepreneur, you need to make it through the mud. I wouldn't advise, like, sometimes you need assistance, but food stamps, man, feed yourself, man. Feed yourself, man. Wrong things pursued. Number 3, money mismanagement. We all been guilty of this. I definitely know I have, but there's more to this than that. There is doo-doo in the game, but we have to do a better job of getting around it by being more savers. Like that investing stuff, it reminds me of the lottery. Like you got people pulling the strings with it, like trying to give it to certain people. Like, yeah, you can make money from investments, but I wouldn't advise that you just take that route. Because if that's the case, what about all the people that's been investing for years and their money just go up a little, down a little, up a little, down a little? That show you that somebody's manipulating it. So I would say do invest, but don't rely on it. Rely more on stacking that money. If I save 1,000, I have 1,000. If I save another 1,000 to it, I have 2,000. Ain't no tricks, no strings. So money mismanagement is number 2. We don't have life insurance like we should. We you know, once you get in that hole, it's hard to get out. And I know this for a fact. When you get in that hole, you could know what to do, but it's gonna be a battle. You're gonna have to fight your heart out. So number 4 is those who are rich and melanated are forced to separate. Like I said, this is why I wouldn't want that autograph. I see them and be like, Giannis, man, good job, man. Man, that was a good game, man. You got them, man. But I wouldn't be like, hey, Giannis, can I have your autograph? No, because Giannis has a platform just like all the rest of them. Now, I'll give it to him, like the whole why they went the Black Lives Matter stuff. A lot of those dudes, they's like, wait a minute, I'm saying something, man. But normally they can't speak too much because the ultimate goal is those who make them rich need somebody to stay poor. They need somebody to stay down. That's why I don't call people elite, because elite people will beat you fair and square. That's like I play spades again. People, oh man, I can beat you, man. You ain't that good. But then they cheat. I'm better than you. I'm elite. I'm superior to you. But then they got to cheat to beat me. Are they elite? No, they're not. You are elite. Anybody that's saying you're elite, you don't have to cheat to win. You don't have to. You don't have to stop nothing, cause no negativity, do nothing. You don't have to do nothing fraudulent. You just better. That's why I say I will get the Most High's autograph. Number 5, too much hatred. Too much hatred. Like, you don't tell me that I have to, well, you got to stick to black women. Okay. What if let's say I was a man who only had 5 women in his life, right? 5, let's say I'm black. I believe I got to stick to black women. And I got 5 in my life. He flipped him the bird. Okay, so, and all 5 of them are misguided. They're not gonna submit. They're feminists. They don't secretly, they like white men better. And that was all, let's say that was all 5. Now I'm stuck. Like, if I had kids with them, I'm gonna end up paying child support. If I try to marry them, I'm gonna end up divorced because they have all the characteristics. And I'm not saying this is all women with this. I'm just using this as an example of the hatred that black people have for each other. I talked about it in a video last night, how sometimes the way people look at you. And that video, I was saying that black women do that more to me and other black men than other women do. Some white women are racist. They think everybody trying to just grab their purse. But at the same time, what I was talking about last night, I was talking more so about everybody, but black women do it the most. Now, and that's also includes black men. You got these little dudes in these little skinny jeans. They trying to start fights with the OGs, like I heard somebody else saying that, to prove a point. They'll throw their life away in a heartbeat because they've been trained through the music, through the media, to hate other blacks. They watching Menace to Society, all these movies where black people killing other black people. So they being programmed to lynch one another. And it's definitely going on in Milwaukee. Too much hatred. Too much hatred. Hate, you have hatred when you had an issue with somebody years ago and you still hold on to it. That's hatred. That's hatred. You don't got to be their best friend, but you need to let go and live life. Number 6, too much jealousy. It's a competition thing. And therefore, in the secret compartments of a lot of black people's heart, they want to make sure they're doing better than others, so they gloat. These are the people who only come around if you get sick. These are the people who only come to your funeral, but they don't call you on the phone. They don't try to, deal with you. They don't, hey man, I'm coming to town, man. Let's go out to eat. A lot of them won't do that. Too much jealousy. Too much jealousy. People asking you, people trying to be friends with you on Facebook just to get in your business. Too much jealousy. They don't really care what you're doing. They just want to make sure you're not doing better than them. And a lot of black people, this is how they spend their time. Trying to get with each other's woman. What are you trying to do? Are you looking for like a fight or a shootout? Then too much jealousy, too much hatred. These guys and these women don't want you no more. You think you got the longest wing ding. You think you the best out here. They don't want you no more. They don't want you no more. Okay, you the best, remember? Go get you another one. These dudes is killing these women. You a goofy. Dummy. No, you ain't gonna have no women. You dumb. Because a lot of them was being bums, was living off of her, and she got tired of you living off of her, and she, broke up with you. Then you got the situations where you got women who their hatred and their jealousy towards black men, they don't want to team up. They don't want to bring something. They think, well, I can't get with no. They get up, they get a good job. They work at a bank. And, well, I can't get with nobody that don't make X amount of dollars. When the last time you was with somebody? You know why? Because your standard is too high. You need to okay, if he don't make more than you, then make sure he's sound-minded. He don't have no drug issues. He has aspirations. He's trying to accomplish things. He's good with money or has the ability to be good with money. Don't just, listen, a lot of y'all black women need to understand that people ain't checking for y'all like that. And there is some inequalities in the world in terms of us melanated men. So if you eliminate all of those guys that maybe they made some mistakes, they, number one, deceived through media, so they went the wrong routes, but now they back on track and they not where you at, so you don't want to deal with them. Okay. Let's see if any of those white guys or those Asian guys or any of the rest of them, let's see if they make you their wife. This is one of the reasons why so many black women is single. Jealousy, hatred, standard too high. Now, number 7, listening to and following the wrong people. You got these Freemason preachers. They ain't gonna tell you they Freemason. So they might dress it up. They might have nice clothes, nice cars, but they not gonna make no impact on the melanated society as a whole. But y'all keep giving them y'all money. Y'all keep going to their churches. And if you keep listening to them, they start saying dumb stuff like, I want to grow weed, or I want the dudes that smoke weed in my church, or it's okay to be rainbow, like that's the Most High doesn't care. That's what start happening when you get these plants in these religions. That's why I say I don't want no part of none of them. Nothing against, I know it's a lot of same people, but because of the plants, that's one of my main reasons I'm not dealing. I ain't gonna get nowhere. Well, y'all want me to, I'm not gonna get nowhere dealing with that. Number 8, not knowing / fulfilling roles. Again, if you are a wife, your job ain't to be arguing with him, disrespecting him, saying nothing. Your job is to follow his lead and help where needed. Follow his lead and help where needed. This when it matters who you choose. You should never choose somebody that you don't want to follow his lead. If you think you better than him, just leave him alone. Leave him alone, because all y'all gonna do, y'all gonna end up having kids, and when he see how you really is, he ain't gonna want to deal with you. Now you done broke your family up. You can only hide for so long. Number 9, drug use, abuse, and acceptance. Y'all like the drug dealers in y'all family more than the college guys, 9-to-5 guys that go to church. That's hurting the black community, the melanated community as a whole. The kid that's flunking in school, the kid that's bad in school, you spend more time with him than the kid that might be a little introverted, a gamer, might be more quiet. You have been taught as niggas to think something is wrong with those. You only want to deal with the kids who into the urban aspects of life. That's why a lot of these grandparents now ain't worth a diarrhea dookie turd. Now, number 10, dookie people elevated. That goes in line with number 9. What do I mean by this? He got a brand new Infinity, but he's selling drugs. He got all these people like he the man. Y'all look up to these guys. Y'all look up to these guys. They ain't gonna do nothing. They all about themselves. They gonna diminish the numbers. Y'all think all these dudes like Dimitri on the Purge? None of them like that. Number 11, poor reputation. Poor reputation. You say, well, I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. You got something to prove to yourself. You got something to prove to the Most High. You got something to prove to yourself. And you got something to prove to your ancestors who didn't have the same opportunities as you. They were forced to do this, forced to do that. You ain't forced to do none of it, but you are accepting going to jail, going to prison, choosing a lifestyle that will have you once again enslaved. Number 12, poor work ethic. How many times y'all do realize that part of my finances is doing deliveries? Now, I be out here where I'm at because the workers out here, regardless of their color, they're just better. Like they're going along this strip, they better. But if I go further in, like I go towards the 70s, the 60s, the Titonia Avenue, I go further in, I'm gonna start dealing with a little more workers who just don't give a F. And that's going to affect my money negatively, but also it's going to be the people that's going to be waiting for their food. I throw their life away in a heartbeat. They live in the things that I'm talking about. I don't want to be around them. I'm just going to be honest. You can't change people. So sometimes you just got to get away from around them. I want to be around the people that take to heart what I'm saying if they in the life and they try to change. Or the people who already is doing what they supposed to do. Not people that, man, I got to do what I got to do, man. So you trying to climb in somebody's window and take the things they hard earned. I don't like you. I don't like scammers. I can like you if you change your ways. I don't like scammers. I don't like people that's terrorizing, destroying the community, looking all in my face because you have a gun or your friends have a gun or you're with all these guys. Dude, that's not proving your masculinity. You're not tough, man. That don't mean anything but that you would throw your life away in a heartbeat, either being killed by people like me or trying to kill people like me. You would throw your life away in a heartbeat. Why are you even born? Why are you here? You don't appreciate life. That could be why the Most High be allowing in cities like this, why he keep allowing all this stuff to happen. Poor work ethic. You want people to look at you the same as Mexicans, Latinos, who will come to work and won't say nothing unless it's slow, nothing going on, or it's time for them to go on. They work. And it's not all of them. But I've been watching for a long time. It's a whole lot of them. And even when I make my choices with some of the places I will accept orders from, I look at, okay, yeah, the black people in here be getting down. They be working. The white people be working. The Latino. With all that little, like Walmart Spark, for instance, here in this area, I can't do it. I said I'm not doing no curbside pickup. I'm only doing shops. Because these dudes, he's schooling like a freaking old man. You only like 22 and you think you're going, because I got a gray beard, you think you're going to whoop my ass? No, sir. Not moving the way you do. You don't eat right. You don't take care of your body. You putting all this foolishness in your head, music-wise and movie-wise. And I'm looking at these dudes, and the one African dude was like, he said it in a way that I didn't find it rude, because I was finna say something myself. He's like, all right, time to get to work. Because see, here's what was happening in closing. The African, or the worker, had the little stringy locks, of course. Nothing wrong with it, but it's a stigma tied to it nowadays. I'm telling you. You see them, you be like relieved sometimes. Like, oh, okay, he seemed cool. But a lot of them, like I heard a dude, I don't know if he was talking to me or not, the other night, B8 nigga. I don't know if it was somebody from back when I worked at the jails or what. I don't know. I couldn't see him. Then I put the order on the porch. He said, on the G, I'll take it. I'm like, is he talking to me? I said, whether he is or not, I'm just going to ignore him. And if he come up to me, I'm going to blast him. That's the way it is, man. It ain't something I want to do, but it's something I'm going to try to do in a certain situation. It ain't nothing for me to blast. I don't want to be that way no more. But it's not a thing. I got kids. I got aspirations. There's no way in hell I'm going to let all of that willfully come to an end because of these trash bags out here. Nah, man. Nah. And 13 is prison. Listen, I've worked in jails, man. I've been around. I know guys that I grew up with, went to prison. Trust me, man, I've been exposed to this life. Me personally, I've never been to prison. People to this day hate me because they say, some of them say he was doing the same thing as us and he ain't never get caught. He ain't better than us. I never said I was better than you. I just didn't get caught and I wised up. I never said I was better than any of these dudes. But prison does not prove. There's dudes out here that ain't never been to jail that will knock you out with one punch. That don't mean anything. That don't mean, what did that mean? That mean you got caught and you did time. Now, some of those guys are tough guys, don't get me wrong. Some of those guys are nice guys. It's a wide variety of type of people. You ain't gonna hate everybody that you encounter that might have made a mistake or two. I know I don't. Like, I like the majority of the kids that I used to deal with. I would say almost all of them. It's just a couple. It's just a couple. Now, prison is keeping us. See, we doing stuff on a regular that's going to give the people who want to keep us down an excuse. So if you young, don't mess your record up. They tell you, hey, bro, hey, G, hey, folks, let's get in there. Nah, man, I ain't getting in there. I should have kept going the way I used to go. I was always like the ringleader and doing stuff, doing, this and that. But I always had like a restraint. I always knew how far to go or how sneaky I needed to be. And then I changed. Because we need to change for us to rise up. How are these people be able to come over here and do better than us? That says a lot about us. They coming in our neighborhoods. They could care less about us and getting our money. That says a lot about us. This list. Because of the stuff on this list. Anyway, I got to get to work, man. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. This is the Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel.